Hello and welcome everyone to the week ahead commodity report, where we of course will be reviewing the markets for the week ahead. Now, what a difference a week makes. Following the pullback in gold prices earlier on this month, the yellow metal has now mounted a sensational comeback, closing its biggest weekly gain in over 2 years. However, we have not been complacent here at the Gold and Silver Club. We've now taken the opportunity, in fact, on Friday last week to bank over 10,000 points of profit with our clients at the Gold and Silver Club, with over 12 trades that we built into with gold. The prior week with the biggest sell-off that we've seen since 2021, with a 2,500 point sell-off from the high created just before the election to the magnitude of the sell-off that we saw the following week, providing nothing more than a fantastic opportunity to stack the position 1 week later, banking a windfall amount of profit for 10,000 points. Now, you of course know that calculation. Every 1 lot contract you'll be trading, that's $100,000 of profit. Every 10 lot contract you will be trading, if you have also stacked into the position, that will net you over $1 million of profit, which multiple clients at the Gold and Silver Club achieved over the last week. Now, throughout our reports, we have routinely highlighted that gold prices, they will of course move in these very predictable trends. This of course provides savvy traders with a series of highly lucrative opportunities to capitalize on the huge money-making rallies as well as the pullbacks. Now, once again, everything we identified with you, that played out as expected. But make no mistake, this is definitely not just a buy and hold market. In these exciting and fast-moving markets, they are creating the most optimized environment for traders, or as some of the world's most powerful Wall Street banks, from Goldman Sachs to JP Morgan to Bank of America, they're calling it the golden age of trading. So far in 2024, we have seen gold prices notching up exponential gains to the upside and the downside in a single week, sometimes in a single day. For traders making money in these markets, it's never been so straightforward. The week-to-week, short-term macro-driven trend that we're seeing play out in 2024, that can literally be summarized as buy low, sell high, rinse and repeat, do it all over again. Take this month, for example. Following on from gold's post-election pullback, prices, they've skyrocketed back above $2,700 an ounce last week on Friday to score their biggest weekly gain since March of 2023, to close the week less than 4% away from their all-time record highs. Now we start off the week with gold selling off over 500 points from Friday's close, which is why you cannot be complacent. You have to make sure you're constantly locking in profits and just be aware of the current environment that we are in. If you hit a windfall amount of profit within the matter of 1 week, make sure that you are locking in profits all the way along. Once you take a step back and actually look at the bigger macro picture, there's of course no denying that gold's long-term secular bull market, that will remain firmly intact due to the ever-growing number of bullish tailwinds that are currently unfolding. These include persistent geopolitical risks, with 2 major wars currently ongoing in Europe and the Middle East. We have growing instability in China's economy, which has forced Beijing to launch its most aggressive economic stimulus package since the 2008 global financial crisis. We have continued gold purchases from central banks around the world, more specifically the BRICS nations, that look to rapidly diversify away from the greenback to prevent the US using the dollar as a political weapon. The significance of this cannot be understated, especially since the BRICS nations, they represent 45% of the global population and 34% of the world's GDP measured by purchasing power, making them a collective force to be reckoned with. Now, ballooning global debt, uncontrollable government borrowing, which currently sits at a record 315 trillion, that in itself is yet another major catalyst fueling a global rush for gold, making allocation for the precious metal in a diversified portfolio an essential necessity. Over in the United States, the Congressional Budget Office, they forecast that US debt to GDP ratio that will exceed 150% by 2034 from 99% at present. Put another way, that will slingshot the nation's debt to the highest level in US history. And perhaps the most bullish catalyst of all, that will be Donald Trump's return to the White House in January of 2025 with his fiery and chaotic brand of America First policies, including higher tariffs, increased government spending, massive tax cuts, and aggressive global trade wars. Now, whilst President-elect Donald Trump has made no secret of his intentions in his second term, what remains less clear is how exactly the US is going to pay for all of their disruptive policies over the next 4 years without igniting a second wave of inflation. Interestingly, during Donald Trump's previous presidency, gold prices, they experienced exponential growth. With Trump taking office in January 2017, gold was trading near $1,209 per ounce. By the end of his term in January of 2021, gold was hovering near all-time record highs of $1,957 per ounce. The big question now, will history repeat itself again? Only time will tell. However, one thing we do know for sure is that savvy traders, they aren't waiting around to find out. In recent days, a long list of the world's most powerful Wall Street banks, they have raised their price forecast with extremely bullish calls for gold prices to top new all-time record highs throughout the coming year. Both Goldman Sachs and USB, they have reiterated that their view is to keep buying gold. This is on expectations that prices, they will hit new successive record highs in the months to come, hotlisting the precious metal as their top commodity trader into 2025. Meanwhile, some other big Wall Street banks, they have gone a step further by signaling that the yellow metal, that could break 5,000 an ounce for the first time over the next 3 years. Extraordinary times, they of course create extraordinary opportunities. Right now, as traders, we are living in some of the most exciting and rewarding times ever in history. If you've been kicking yourself for missing out on some of the biggest trading events so far this year, and you still want to make the remainder of 2024 your best ever, now is the time to take action. With everything that is currently unfolding on the global macro front, 2024, it is now officially on track to be the Gold and Silver Club's biggest and most profitable year in our 15-year history. Our clients have already made in excess of 6, 7 and 8-figure returns so far this year, and we're only in November. To put that another way, the majority of our clients at the Gold and Silver Club, they have already made more money this year than they made in the entire 12 months of last year. What we're seeing right now, it is nothing short of extraordinary. It's times like these that make millionaires and billionaires out of regular people. Whatever long-term goal you're looking to achieve through trading, whether that is to create a full-time income, a second replacement income, or just to earn a better return on your savings, now is the time to take action. Right now, you have an opportunity to make the final 40 days of 2024 your biggest and best yet, which based on our research, it is going to be another blockbuster period due to all the current macroeconomic events that are unfolding. Definitely do not underestimate what you can achieve in the next 1 month, 3 months or even 6 months from now. Here at the Gold and Silver Club, we're consistently banking over 10,000 points profit per month, which we have transparently documented through our weekly videos. If you're trading at one lot, that's $100,000. If you're trading at 10 lots, that's $1 million. As you can see from our testimonials, the majority of our clients at the Gold and Silver Club are utilizing our proprietary research-driven trading approach. They have already made in excess of 6, 7 and 8-figure returns, and we still have the rest of November and December to go. All of our clients, they have already been fully briefed, prepared and ready to make the final 5 weeks of the year their biggest and best yet. If you want to finish 2024 on a high and also set yourself up for a flying start into 2025, now is the time to take action. Go to jointhegoldandsilverclub.com now to learn how our mentorship program can take your trading to the next level. Time, it is the most valuable commodity that we have. Make sure that you don't waste it. So with that, let's go over to the charts. We'll talk you through exactly what we're looking at here as we go into a new week. So this time last week, we talked you through, of course, that we had built into multiple positions here on gold. In fact, the prior week to that, we discussed that we were expecting gold prices to absolutely tank. What happened next? Gold prices that week, they went on to have their biggest 1-week sell-off in 3 years. In fact, if you look at the election price of gold, which was trading at all-time record highs of 2,790 to the point where we dropped down to, it was over 2,500 point sell-off to the downside. As discussed previously, this little dip here and correction that we saw initially after the election, that is going to lure a lot of traders in to get into the trader prematurely, thinking it's just a shallow pullback. However, we expected it not to be that easy, and we were going to see gold essentially tank and the dollar index ripped to the upside. That is exactly what happened. The dollar index, it ended up breaking out to 108. Gold prices, they had their biggest 1 week sell-off in over 3 years. We swooped in with our clients at the Gold and Silver Club, and we built into a dozen positions here with our best entry at 2,539 US dollars per ounce. But the rest is history. Last week we were extremely busy continuing to scale out our profits to the point where on Friday we had banked over 10,000 points profit. As you can see, gold closing at the highest levels in the week on Friday, breaking out to 2,721 US dollars per ounce. So by that point, the majority of our profits had been banked on the slingshot move higher. One of the fastest moves that we've seen to the upside in over 18 months in a single week with gold. Rinse and repeat here. What is going to happen at the start of the week? Traders who missed out on the move, they get FOMO, they start buying in. What happens to the markets? It, of course, dumps yet again with the price breaking back down to 2,638 US dollars per ounce at the time of recording. Comes back to the point. You cannot be complacent. This is the golden age of trading. Make sure to constantly lock in those profits, especially if you're gifted with a windfall amount of profit in the matter of a week, which has been absolutely huge for us at the Gold and Silver Club. For all of our clients who've absolutely smashed it, and now we have an opportunity yet again on this corrective sell-off that we should see now between now through to Thanksgiving and into December to reload positions yet again at better prices. So yes, of course, I've got platinum on the radar here, especially if it was to come back and retest the price swing lows. It is going to be the same here with palladium. It is going to be the same here with silver. It is going to be the same here with gold, and it is also going to be the same with oil, which yet again is coming under pressure as it typically does in the lead up to the December OPEC meeting. And of course, whatever long-term goal you're looking to achieve through your trading, whether that is to create a full-time income, a second replacement income, or just to earn a better return on your savings, now is the time to take action. If you want to successfully maximize your money-making opportunities and thrive, not just survive in these fast-moving markets, then you need to adapt your strategy to the current market conditions. Most importantly, utilize a professional, research-driven, and artificial intelligence-powered approach. One of the biggest obstacles that holds back 99% of retail traders from achieving their desired success is not having access to the correct professional strategies, institutional level data, cutting edge artificial intelligence insights to make confident decisions with accuracy and precision. There's a massive gap between the top 1% of professional traders and the bottom 99% of misguided retail traders who simply rely on outdated technical analysis, gimmicky technical indicators that do not work in these markets. If you want to get yourself out of that bottom 99% into the top 1% who are actually crushing it and making 6, 7, and 8-figure returns in these markets right now, then you need to utilize a professional, artificial intelligence-driven approach, or you will just end up wasting lots of time, money, and effort. You'll have no results to show for all of your hard work. In these rapidly changing markets, you need to be constantly innovating and evolving. Technical analysis, outdated technical indicators, they won't work. Those days, they're long gone. If that's all you're relying on, the odds are already stacked up massively against you. If you want to change your results, you have to change your thinking. If you want to learn our exclusive data-driven and artificial intelligence-powered approach that is never taught to retail traders, only reserved for professional traders in the banks, the hedge funds with access to powerful game-changing insights, including where the banks and hedge funds, where they're buying and selling in real time, alongside the key liquidity zones, so you can enter and exit the markets with pinpoint precision. Further compound that with the fundamentals, macroeconomics, capital flows, the daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly, real-time, data-driven cycles and intermarket correlations. Then you need to join our mentorship program. Right now, we are in one of the greatest eras of wealth creation that we have seen. If you want to successfully capitalize on these huge money-making opportunities, build significant life-changing wealth, there's no better time than now. If you want to upgrade your income, you have to upgrade your skills. Never underestimate what you can achieve in the next 3, 6, or even 12 months from now with the right guidance and mentorship. Time, it is the most valuable commodity that we have. Make sure that you don't waste it. If you want to join our community of successful traders, take your trading to the next level, there is an opportunity for you to do so. As a member, you get access to our exclusive live trading room webinars. You get access to real-time trade ideas, access to institutional research and market intelligence, access to our private Members Academy website, and also support and one-to-one mentoring. For more information, just go to jointhelivetradingroom.com. The link is also below this report in the description. So just click on the link, make an application. We will get in touch ASAP.